tonight talking about future wealth transfer. So I'm trying something out. So please bear with me if I'm a little hesitant with talking because I'm not sure if I'm streaming the correct way. So bear with me. So tonight, want to talk about future wealth transfer. And the reason why I thought this would be a good topic, because as I do this video, today is MLK Day, Martin Luther King Day. And one of his famous speeches is, I have a dream. And so, my question to you, do you have a dream in regards to your future wealth legacy? And that is what I want to talk about, and why it's so important to have a future vision when it comes to the financial legacy that you want to leave. Because there are all types of legacies. Most people, when they hear the word legacy, they think of the monetary and the fiscal legacy. And although that is important, but there are other legacies. But tonight, I primarily want to talk about the fiscal and financial legacy. And one of those being the topic that I always talk about on this channel, which is real estate. I talk about the ability to leverage real estate and using the ability to leverage business funding to invest in real estate, and how it can play a large part of your future legacy. And the reason why it can play a large part of it, which is what many people want to do, what I find is that people want to straddle two sides of the fence. They want the ability to do something quick and fast, meaning they're trying to do a fast cash grab to get a large amount of money to invest in real estate. And it depends on who you're listening to. I'm old school. I'm no millennial. I'm no 20, I'm no 30 something year old person. I am, pretty much half a century old. So with that being said, the strategy that I like to share with people, that me myself included, is to play the long game. And what I mean the long game is to plant seeds now so they can harvest later. Because what's going to happen is, even though we are in what is considered a recession, this is my second recession as a self employed individual. I have been in other recessions prior to that, but I was a working adult. But this is my second recession as a self employed, as a business owner. And this time is very similar to 2008 in regards to real estate. I always tell people, my story started out, whereas most people said they lost a lot doing real estate in 2008. That's when um, my journey started. I was able to learn a topic that's very common today, which is wholesaling. And what I would do is I would wholesale REO bank owned properties, resell it to an end buyer. Now, this is before all the red tape got in the way with, Dodd-Frank, because at that time you didn't have to do any seasoning. What I mean by seasoning, you didn't have to hold it for a period of time before you can resell it. So since a lot of that, information and legislation wasn't put in place, I was able to ride that wave. So, banks were literally, people were losing their homes. And although that was bad for some people, it was a great opportunity for myself, because I would be able to put those properties under contract and resell it to a end buyer. Once again, and that is how I kicked off my real estate journey. It was during a recession. So whereas everybody else was dooming and glooming, things for me really took off. And so I say this to say, we're in a similar economy like that. There are going to be some people who are going to buy into the doom and gloom, and they're not going to see the other side of the rainbow. And see, this time is going to be a little different, because you have a lot of people who are sharing with you, these strategies to do a quick cash grab. And don't get me wrong, those quick cash grabs are going to be able to work maybe now, but mark my word, in the next 5 to 10 years, you're not going to be able to do those quick cash grabs. And what's going to happen is that you're going to delay your financial legacy, the wealth transfer that you're looking to pass on to your kids. You are going to delay it. Now, if you're young, you'll have time to recover. At that time, like I told you, in 2008, I was in my mid 30s. So I had time to recover. Now, being a half a century old, I'm not looking to do fast cash grabs. And I know a lot of people who do watch my videos, you're going to be at a crossroads. I get it. Some people are young, they're millennials, and they're like, hey, YOLO, you only live once. And those individuals may have time to recover because they're young. So, but for those who are in your 40s or over the age of 45, now is not the time to do quick cash grabs. And for some people, a lot of this information is new. So what happens is that since the information is new in regards to real estate, in regards to leveraging credit, many people have I want it now type of mentality. They're not looking to play the long game. And my thing, my really my point to the whole matter is that at the end of the day, it's up to you. You know, uh, whether you want to play the game long or you want to play the game short, meaning you want to, you want all that you can get right now. Understand the principle of seed time, harvest time always is evident. Whether you believe it or not, there's a time when you need to be seeding, and then there's a time when the harvest is going to be bountiful. And my question to you, do you know how to even make, a distinction between the two? Do you know if now is the time where you need to be seeding, where you need to be planting? Whereas in a few years, a bountiful harvest will come and you will be on the forefront of that. So I want you to take some time to really think about if that is something that you have thought about. Now, if you see me messing around with the screen, it's because, like I said, this is new. I'm trying out a new platform. And so I want to test it as I film this video. So I'm not going to be long. But I thought, in celebration of MLK, in celebration of I Have a Dream, my question to you is what type of dream do you have for yourself, for your family, for the generational wealth that everyone is talking about online? What do you have a dream about? So, once again, this is Lorelia. I am signing off. The last video I did, I talked about, what did I talk about? Just thought about it. Can't even think. I just filmed it yesterday, but the topic isn't coming to me. Um, I can't think of it right now. So, what did I talk about? I knew I talked about credit, but I wanted to make a point with it, but don't remember. That's what happens when you get a certain age. So I don't even remember the video that I did yesterday. But with that being said, like I said, testing something out, but didn't want to be on the air with just dead air looking around. So I thought I'll come on real quick, talk about something, give my 2 cents. And until the next time we meet, just so you know, next week I will be doing a live masterclass that you can catch right here on, I believe right now I'm streaming on two social media platforms. I usually do three, but since I'm testing something out, I'm only doing two. But next week, of course, you know me, I'm going to throw my plug in. I'm going to be doing a live masterclass. This live masterclass is for the person who is stuck between two worlds. And what are those two worlds? You are a real estate investor or want to be a real estate investor, and you really want to know how to leverage business funding, business credit, but you really don't know or really not sure how your personal credit plays a large part. If you've been listening to me, if you're watching me on YouTube, I have over 600 videos on the topic of credit. You can go far back as 2018, and my message hasn't changed. If you want to go on the fast track that is legal, the fast track to getting, business funding, leveraging your personal credit is the way to go. Because if you are that business owner or that real estate investor where you do not have financials, you do not have inflows and outflows of any type of financial resources coming through your bank account, you cannot be able to produce bank statements. The ability for you to get business funding, I'm not just talking about business credit cards, business funding north of five figures is going to require you to leverage something, because unfortunately, and this is what people don't tell you, funding and getting access to lender funds is a give and take. A lot of people don't want to hear that. They think it's a money grab. They think it's just a magic bag of money, and that's not what it is. It is a give or take. A lender wants to know that, what are you going to give me in exchange to me giving you your money? And a lot of times that give is your ability to pay back funds that have been lent to you in the past. How can they make that determination that you have been a good steward of your finances is to be able to look at your previous payback history. And when you don't have it on your business credit, the only thing that they have to look at is your personal credit. I know it doesn't sound glamorous. I know there's people who's going to tell you that you can, build a gazillion net 30s and have a business credit profile, and voila, you're going to get business funding. No, what you're going to get is some net 30 trade lines to buy office supplies and all types of other stuff. You're going to get a few gas cards, but you're not going to get any type of accessible credit or cash to leverage for real estate. I don't know about you, but please tell me, when was the last time you were able to buy real estate with a gas card? Please tell me, when was the last time you were able to purchase real estate with a net 30 account at an office supply store online? I don't know about you, but I haven't seen it happen. So, with that being said, you need to leverage something. And unfortunately, that is not a popular message. But as I said before, most people aren't playing this game as a long game. They are doing it as a fast cash grab strategy. And I tell people all the time, if you're just trying to do a quick cash grab, you're just trying to see how much money you can obtain, I'm not the person for you. I'm not the person for you. Continue listening to your teachers, your experts, your influencers, your coaches, your consultants, whoever you're listening to. And if they have a strategy for you to be able to do all those things, build your net 30s, get some trade lines, get a paydex score, and you don't have no money in your LLC, and you don't, and it's not seasoned, and you don't have inflows and outflows of any cash transactions in your bank account, you don't have none of that stuff, but for some way you're going to get five figures in funding, by all means, you continue listening to them. There you go. So, but I will be doing a live masterclass, breaking all that down. Um, and so I'm looking forward for you to be there, and I will be sharing more about that class next week. Until the next time, this is Lorelia. Bye bye.